games in 3 years.
No, the year before that.
He was hurt.
He
Him
got,
and KD was
no,
hurt.
All right, y'all ready? He got.
Yeah.
He was
Swim it out.
There's a couple of games where he took off. That was the bubble.
Yeah, I think they on check.
Hello, hey, on. You
might not be able to hear me when he do
The
that.
mics is on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the mics is on, and then the iPad can hear y'all because it's in the same room.
Got
Okay.
it.
Hit the record. Hit the record.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it, fellas.
It's naked over there.
Do what we do.
Pink ball ain't got no holes up here. No holes up here.
It's just a won't see.
I'm ass Thursday.
It's alright, man. It's alright. Just
Got no drink, no
They on the
biscuits.
live.
Sick.
Okay. They good. They gonna be here.
That would have stopped and got some.
You know, we just setting up for the weekend.
How
That's
you
all.
say that?
We just setting up for the weekend.
He'll
We
get
still
you
got
going.
afterwards.
He'll get you going. Don't worry. You got him right.
They got all the money.
Okay.
Little brother got all the money. I mean, it's always, yeah. I can lay back and relax. These niggas get rich. I can lay back and we fucking relax. That's a lot.
Come on, boy.
10 mil? I think need a meal here. You must have brought in my car too, Charlie.
You can get
No,
second.
no,
You can
no,
get
no,
second.
no.
I'll put the sock on the door. I'll put the sock on the door now. You know, nigga, you ain't about to jump in first. You ain't about to jump in first,
I can't,
nigga.
no, I gotta go after.
You think I'm boo-boo
This
the
nigga
fools
kiss the
in
bride
here.
all on the mouth.
Hey.
Make love to that little jump.
Get the, you know, hey, I ain't gonna kiss the joint. You know.
Some niggas be out behind closed doors, they be tonguing.
Oh, God. Hey.
I don't be kissing them joints.
G, you got and record, G. 7.
Yeah, I don't be kissing them joints. You good?
You might tongue it behind closed doors.
Alright.
Nobody looking. Nobody looking.
Yeah.
What time is it? Man Cave time. Who? What's going on, DMV? The Man Cave is in the building, y'all. What's going on, y'all? I'm your host, The Nate is Real. This is my co-host, Speed and JP and E Money. And we the premier sports and entertainment podcast in the DMV right now, man. You know, we bring the sports, we bring the entertainment, we mix the two, and we turn up, man. We bring y'all from the streets to the court. You know, we give all y'all all your information you need for the job, the cookouts, all that, man. So you sit back, relax, get a little drink, get your head right, man. Take a ride with us, man. So what's going? Definitely been a good week. I definitely want to introduce a real good friend of mine. This brother right here, outstanding athlete coming up here in the DMV area, man. He's seen it all. You know, started at Paint Branch High School back in the 90s when they had the heavy hitters out there. Playing teams from all over, taking on anybody. This man got a full scholarship, Howard University, to play soccer. He was all met at Paint Branch High School on the soccer team. So this man, he's a DMV legend, man. And if y'all don't I'm talking about my man Hasim in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up, Hasim?
Good.
Yeah, thanks for blessing us, man. Thanks for blessing us, man. So, what's going on with you, man? How you been living, man? How's everything going with you? What you been up to?
Well, you already know we working. We always working with the kids. You know.
Oh yeah, always give it back.
Whether it's in the classroom, or we on the field with it, or we in the court, whatever. But we always working. You know. So other than that, you know, just here. Appreciate to be here. Thankful.
Always,
And,
man.
Let's chop it up.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Knock it out. Yep.
So we definitely got to touch on this whole Brian Robinson situation, man. If y'all don't know, the running back for the Commanders got shot on Sunday, man, 6 o'clock at night down there on I think it was 8th Street in 8th or something, somewhere down there. And he was driving a Hellcat or whatever. I believe it was attempted carjacking. But they saying it's like an assault or something like that. So it's something kind of went there. It was 2 juveniles ran up on him. He wasn't trying to come. I don't know if he wasn't trying to come off the car, but they shot him in the lower body and everything. And it was a miracle that he actually survived. And I think one of the bullets went through his knee, clean through. They didn't hit no ligaments, no tendons. So they put him on the PUP list and all that. But it's just crazy out here, man. It's kind of violating. That's one of our own. He's supposed to start for the Commanders this year. People picking him up on their fantasy. And not just that, it's just anybody out here, you know what I'm saying, for that violence to happen, you know, to be a victim like that, it just ain't even right, man. It ain't sit right with me at all, man. What y'all think about that, man?
You gotta be aware of how you moving in the city, man. You always have to keep
You
your
always
eyes
gotta
open.
watch your corners and areas and everything. Right.
You always supposed to
Non-stop,
be. You always gotta be aware and everything that you do. So you gotta move strategically when you in especially in the city. You know, the city's always going to be the same. All that flashing diamonds and Rolexes, you want to kind of keep that on the low because, like you say, the juveniles and the young boys, they hungry, man. You know, they tired of eating ramen noodles every day. So,
Gots
you know,
to
they
be
trying
careful.
to, you know, they trying to come up on a lick. So, you know, it's a good thing that it's non-life threatening, you know, injuries. So they said he'll be back, you know, hopefully shortly once he recovers, you know, take some time.
4 or 5 weeks, he should be back on the field.
He might, maybe not this season, so I don't even look forward to this season. I would want him to get back on it, but if you got to take a season to heal up, you got to do that. But man,
Definitely unfortunate, man. That blew me, man.
Yeah,
Because we needed him, man, because Gibson out here fumbling the ball. And, you know, we got to stop all this, you know, this violence,
Yeah,
this
that's
stupid
still not
violence,
gonna do
you know,
nothing,
especially on our local athletes, too. You know,
That's still not
we
gonna
supposed
do
to,
nothing,
we supposed to
though.
take
Oh,
care of
man.
them. So, oh, well,
But
we
no,
gonna
but
be
no,
all
but
right.
I agree.
We definitely gonna be all right.
We man, it's senseless. I understand, you know, everybody's ribs touching out here. Believe me, everybody's ribs is touching. But man, we gotta find a better way to go about this.
Right,
man.
better way to make money.
Yeah,
to
just
get
a
some
better way,
stuff out there.
period.
Definitely.
Because
We always
I
promote
mean,
that.
it's nobody wants to. I mean, we all have lost someone in our lives due to gun violence, man. Let's do something new nowadays. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
put the
So
guns
let's try
down.
something new.
Definitely got to put the guns down. And it goes back to the family, you know, problems and history of family situations financially. The government, all that trickles all the way up to the government. Not, you know, we always get the short end of the stick as a minority. So everything is like a chain reaction. So we have to put more jobs and have some more things to do for the youth out here.
But they want us to.
And,
They
you
want us
know,
to go at each other. Imagine if
it's
everybody
that
came
track.
together,
Yeah.
take over the whole DMV, the whole world,
yo,
for real.
right.
But they want it. They want
we
people.
can't
They put
talk
it in.
like
They
that,
want
Nate.
people
We
to
can't
go
talk
against
like
each
that.
other.
And we gotta be kind to each other, no matter what.
Definitely.
Yeah, you gotta
Definitely,
be
man.
behave
Something ain't right
and
because nobody even
behave
know this
out there,
guy.
yeah.
This guy's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's a rookie, but he's definitely a sensational rookie.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that he's not. Just that something ain't right. Like, I mean, how is he so pointed out so easily, and nobody doesn't even know him?
Well, it could be
Could've
anything.
been
you
said-
know.
could've
It
been-
could
could've
be
followed
anything.
him and set up
Like I say, he's
Yeah,
making the
you
money. He's
never
making the
know.
money for high price items, cars, jewelry.
It's
So
probably,
you
it's
know.
probably that car. It's probably they probably seen them park.
It was
and
a
just-
Hellcat.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
It ain't like a
that's-
Lambo though. That's what I
no,
said.
no,
A
let me
Hellcat is
say
nice,
this.
but
Let me say this about the Hellcats and those SRTs. They are hot in the
Yeah.
city.
No, I get
They are
that.
looking. Them
Yeah.
youngins are on.
that's what I said. It wasn't like no
Lines for that
Phantom, no
Hellcat.
Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, but the
nothing like
Hellcat's
that.
good enough because the youngins like it's the most popular car other than the Bugattis and the Highlights. The Hellcats, the SRTs, the RTs, they hot. So you got to be careful because they hopping out cars in mid traffic and saying come up off that. You just got to give it up. Don't they know hold
I
on
heard
to
it.
that and hold on. If you hold on, you're getting bullets behind
Oh
that.
yeah,
Give it up.
Gotta be
man.
smart.
Get a jury.
I heard it
give
was some
up.
kid. I heard it was something involved with like another group of people, like where he kind of stepped in like the hero and kind of
Tried to break it
yeah,
up.
tried to break
Hey,
or tried
hey,
to stop
hey,
them from doing
you gotta
something.
mind your
It
business.
was
Mind your
something like
business.
that.
You
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
gotta
know.
mind your business.
His heart was in the right
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Don't
you gotta
say much, right?
Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta mind your business.
But that that was all God right there, man. This the whole thing about the bullet and the fact he got shot 7 times.
non-life-threatening
And-
injuries.
And
that's
yeah,
the
not,
most
and
high.
he gonna be able to play again, man. So big shout out to that, man. I'm glad my man Brian Robinson gonna be all right. And take as
Speedy
much time as
recovery,
you need.
speedy
Take them
recovery.
5-6 weeks, definitely, man, definitely. But y'all know on the Mancave we always do a segment called "Sit On Down." You know, we always calling people out, people that's doing some clown, goofy stuff out here in the streets, and we bring them down here to Mancave and we call them out, man. So man, we is definitely on this story all week, man. So we definitely got to call out the Columbus, Ohio Police Department, man. I don't know if y'all seen the video, but the police officer shot this 20-year-old inside his apartment at 2:30 a.m. and he was holding a vape pen or something like that.
Dang.
So what happened was they came in off an arrest warrant. I guess it was two of the guys in the apartment, and they arrested the one guy. They took him into custody right away. And I guess since they had the warrant, they entered the apartment. It's 2:30 in the morning. So you imagine how spooked my man was in the bedroom. And then you can see in the video, the police, they had two police officers and a dog. He had one hand on the gun, the other hand he was holding the dog. Speed was watching it with me. And the dude, it only took him like 5 seconds. They saw him or whatever, and you couldn't even see him like put the vape pen up or point it at nobody, nothing. They just went in there and shot like 3-4 times. Then they came in the joint, and what they do when they came in, Speed? I forgot what they do when they remember they said, Oh, they told him to crawl out the room.
Yeah, crawl. While he
They
was
said
shot,
that-
while he was
yeah.
shot, they were
They
telling
told
him
him to crawl out the room, crawl out the room, crawl out the room.
But he got a bullet up in him. So my thing is, I mean, come on, see that
Crazy,
that
man.
make me sick to my stomach with these police. It's gonna be, you know,
They need to be held accountable,
that's
man, for
murder.
real.
That's murder. That's murder one. They need to be in court, and they got to give them 30 years. They got to start making examples like they are making examples out of young black men and women. They got to start making examples out of these police officers and hitting them with that 30-year or better life in jail. Because that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
murder.
y'all
They
gotta
getting
check the
away
video.
with raw murder out here.
I gotta say something to this.
Go ahead, B.
We gotta keep in mind the history of the police, and this is why this keeps happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be on no soapbox, alright, so, but just check it out. You know, like, the police was created to, like, this was back in the day, this was back in slavery.
I know where you're going,
They were
yeah.
created to bring back slaves. So, like, yeah, they haven't changed. Yes, they've changed,
Mhm.
but have they changed?
Is the
And
mentality
clearly
the same?
they haven't, because as we see over and over and over and over and over again, what we have police officers that aren't brown. You know, they're going to
Mhm.
these communities and they're doing whatever they want. They're killing, they're shooting, they're robbing, doing whatever, and nobody is holding them accountable.
Right, where's the police
Period.
chief at? Remember that woman that we saw, they put her picture up?
The police chief
She
took
need to
the
do
oath.
something. They need to hold her
They
accountable.
took the oath, but they're gonna have to do something.
Yeah,
took
they
the
need to
oath.
hold her
Nah,
accountable.
but
She
you know
took
nothing
the
is
oath.
going to happen. And the thing about it in Columbus, I heard that was like the third shooting in the last like 2 weeks.
That's wild down
Yeah,
there, man.
like the police, they just out.
A lot of poverty down there, so and the
Yeah,
police
so-
don't live there. That's another problem. The police don't even live in the neighborhoods they
Thank you.
police in.
Thank you.
So
And
they
that's
coming
one of
in-
my biggest issues with it.
They
How
don't
how
know
is
what's
somebody
going
going to
on,
come
right.
in from that lives
Right.
in the county, lives in the big house, going to come into, I guess if you want to call it the hood, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's the hood. I guess I will. But
Oh,
going
yeah,
to the
Columbus
hood
got some hoods.
and
Go ahead.
police and actually police it and tell those people in those area what they're doing is wrong when they have no idea what the culture is. That's the issue right there.
Yeah.
And that's what needs to change. The fact that they not to say that there don't need to be a police department, but there needs to be something that actually protects people and not quote unquote act like they're going to serve and protect, but only serving and protecting a certain person with a certain amount of money. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Period.
Like I was telling Nate the other day or earlier, it was yesterday. You know, a lot of these officers come from like a Ku Klux Klan background, white supremacist background, and these are their nephews and you know their sons, their grandkids, and they're upholding, they're picking those jobs in order to portray that white supremacist
Yep.
in the world. So you know, if y'all going to keep going like that, then we going to you know shout out to NFAT, which is that black gun club. Shout out. We need more minorities carrying guns for protection, not for violence, but for protection.
That's what people
Right.
are
You know,
actually doing. It's unfortunate,
you know,
but that's
so-
what people are doing now to protect themselves from the police. And it's at a point now where they need to start taking these guns from the police for real. But what was I about to say? Oh yeah, they didn't. The dude wasn't even holding the vape pen. Like he didn't cause no threat or nothing.
Yeah.
So they said they're gonna start holding these people accountable. Let's see if they, you know, put their money where their mouth is. After that whole George Floyd thing, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see what's
they've
going
been
on.
saying that.
But
They've
they are
been saying
prosecuting.
that.
They are
Right.
prosecuting these police officers. Some of them are getting
It's
prosecuted.
taking a long
But
But it's
time,
taking a long
though.
time.
Yeah, it's a
It's
little
taking a
better,
long
but
time.
yeah, it ain't good enough.
I
So
want to add some. Yeah, so the unions for like the officers, I want them to try and help them to be careful of start messing
That's a
around
good
too.
point. They got to go to the union.
Right there,
They
right?
go from the union. They
Yeah,
go
yeah,
from the
right
union
there.
and
But
trickle
they
all
all
the way
in the
down.
bed.
They all into
That's
it,
they
yeah,
all
they all
in bed
they-
together.
they're
That's
all
the
under the same
thing, they
umbrella.
all in
No.
bed together.
it's
So
almost like
it's
we gotta
like-
have a body cam on. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
it's
It's
pretty-
like
but
it's
like-
crazy 'cause you
it-
just never know out here. It's
like,
crazy.
I can't find a comparison off the top of my head, but like
And I got friends that's police, too.
why
I'm like,
would they investigate
I can't do
themselves
it.
and you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, you did
And so
something
that's why I'm
wrong,
calling out
when
that police
probably
chief,
I
yeah.
did something wrong, you know what I'm saying,
And-
in my past.
And not only that,
Well,
another
so-
story before that, the gentleman was in a wheelchair. The cop was
Oh,
behind him.
yeah.
He got shot 8 times in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
See?
So are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
this got to stop. You know what? Either got to stop, or we gonna pluck them off like they plucking us off.
You
I mean,
can't
I'm
talk
sorry
like
to say,
that.
and I'm
You
sorry to
can't
say
talk
that.
like that,
I'm,
Speedy.
yeah,
You
but I'm
can't
sorry.
talk like
Hey,
that.
hey,
I know,
I'm
but-
sorry to say
I
that, but
know
that's
you're saying that.
reality.
But it gets you that frustrated. It does.
That's reality
You're not saying
because
that, you say, yeah,
because
it will
because
happen. Every
because-
retaliation will happen.
yeah, because you got gun clubs and you got the new Black Panther Party that is armed, and they're fully
Oh,
ready to
remember
go
you saw that
against
one
any
joint-
threat, and that being police officers, white supremacists. You cannot get mad at police officers getting shot. Because they're
it's already
scaring,
been happening.
they're
But
scaring
people
the
is gonna be
minority.
mad.
happening.
But
It's
people
definitely
is going to
minority.
be mad.
Right.
It's
And
definitely been
politicians is
happening.
going to be mad. And they're going to make a big deal about it. And I'm not saying I don't disagree
Right.
with you, because I actually kind of agree. If the shoe was on the other foot and they started getting plucking off for dumb stuff, you know, then they will all of a sudden,
Right.
the guns would be off the
Ooh, yeah,
street.
it's on the-
We'll
shoe
be,
on-
we're
shoe
all
on
of
the
a
other
sudden
side of the foot
having
now.
gun control.
They be crying.
And, yeah,
Police
exactly.
officers crying 'cause they
But
got-
I'm not going out there and
Crazy,
advocate.
man.
Please, anybody listening to the show,
They
watching
going
the
to the
show,
counselor, they
please
going
do
to the
not go
psychologist
outside
about
and
it.
start plucking no officers, because there are some good officers out there, just like there's
No,
some
we're
good
not
people out
advocating
there.
for
We're
that.
not
We're just
advocating
saying
for that.
what's
We
been
are
happening.
just saying.
Well, one
what
bad
could
apple can
happen.
make the whole basket bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's a lot of bad
I
apples.
agree.
They make up.
Just
I don't trust no
say
police
the
officer.
wrong word to them either.
I
but
don't trust
know.
no police officer that come up to the car. I'm not rolling my window down. Call your captain. Call your white shirt. I'm not showing my ID. Plus, we got to be real schooled on law out here.
Right.
You don't have to do
That's what it is,
anything
yeah.
that's against
That's another
the
thing.
code
They don't
as
have that
far as
warrant.
law.
You ain't gotta
You
get
got
out
to
the
know
car.
law out
Yeah,
here.
you
You
gotta-
got to know law.
Hey,
So I'm
hey,
stressing this
gotta
to
be
the
up on that.
minority, the young black men, the young black women. You don't have to show the police officers your ID. You don't have to show them anything, any documentation. What you can do is ask for a white shirt if you feel uncomfortable at the situation, and you no longer have to respond to them until they get a white
Yeah,
shirt
you gotta
on the
know.
scene, and then you take it from there. Because the white shirt, at least, he will try to solidify stuff, and you know, whatever he got to do. If the white shirt can't do it, then you got to go over the top of their head. You got to sue. You know, being gunned down 8 times and shot, you know, because you got a vape pen, you know, we're going to keep on suing,
Murder.
and we're going to keep on hitting them in the bank account. That's capital one murder, man.
but they gotta
Even though that's not
go.
going to bring the
It's not
person
gonna
back,
stop it.
but we're going to keep hitting that bank account.
Yo, but-
you got to pay that family money,
but
man.
honestly,
We
you
gonna
know
put
what
them
though?
on. We gonna
You know
put them
what
on
though?
blast here in the
Last-
man cave.
last
We gonna
thing-
put them on
last
blast.
thing,
Yeah.
We need a class,
We
like they
definitely gonna do
teaching
our
all
part.
math, English, social studies. What about putting a class in school that teaches these kids what their rights are? So
Right.
when we get out
Absolutely.
here,
That's a good one,
everybody
Peter.
knows their rights.
That's a good one. Yeah.
We need a couple classes. Class about finance,
They do
credit.
that- see, they
We
do
need
that
a
on
couple
purpose.
classes.
Budget helping, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you
We
can
need a couple
definitely work
classes.
that in. You know, me and Hasim as you know, people that work in schools a lot. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you-
We could definitely finagle
That's a good point.
and work that
That's
into
a good
any
point, JP.
lesson
That's
for
definitely
real.
a good
So
point.
that's
Yeah.
definitely a good one,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
So, but definitely, man. Columbus, Ohio Police Department, man, get your acts right. We calling y'all out, man. We gonna do
Put
our
their
part,
ass in
man.
jail.
For real.
If they
for
act a
real.
fool
them in
again,
jail.
we gonna
Right.
call them on the radar.
Definitely.
With the DMV radar.
Definitely,
Yeah,
man. But let's have some fun, man. You know, we was talking this week about all the DMV, all the legends out here, and all the good athletes we done had down here, man. And we just got to thinking of all the local talent we had down here, from Steve Francis to Allen Iverson, man.
One
Norris.
You know, to some of these other people in public schools that people may not know about.
Moochie Norris.
So
Yeah.
definitely, man, one guy I want to talk about is I keep hearing about this dude Riley that went to Paint Brand. So she was kind of getting me hip to everything with him and everything. But anyway, he used to play down Paint Branch, and I believe he played like all 4 years. But yeah, man, let us know how good was he in high school down there in Paint Branch and how you got to know him a little bit.
If you was up from the Brick Cheney area, you know, Riley was like God. You know what I mean? Back there, they used to have a basketball court, call it the cage. So when you go to the cage, that's in the back of Windsor Court, you know, I mean,
That's where the magic happens.
it's like 30, 40 people out there. And, you know, Riley's in the midst of it, coordinating everything. And anybody that was out there,
Where was this at?
This is in the back of Windsor Court, which is off of Castle Boulevard.
Okay. Shout out to the Boulevard. A lot of good athletes out
Yeah,
there.
So, you know, and then from there on, you know, he's somebody that played 4 years of varsity at Paint Branch and kind of helped solidify the school to become something more known as a basketball school, because before him, there was a player named Tracy Jackson that went to the NBA, who was the first Montgomery County public school player to go to the NBA.
Word?
Yeah, so, but Riley Inge is the one that really brought the Brick Cheney neighborhood together to be more basketball oriented.
Did he have a scholarship to go to Indiana?
Yeah.
Bob
I mean,
Knight. Did Bob Knight come down to see
He
him?
was somebody that was looked at by many universities, Indiana, Florida State, Maryland. I mean, you know,
Cause he about to play with Bobby Sir and them
Yeah.
down Florida State or something.
Yeah.
Okay. That
They had some
before
good
Bensu.
teams down
Those are
there.
legendary
That was
coaches,
before,
you know.
that was for Bensu then.
Yeah.
Because I heard
Oh, yeah.
Bensu had his.
I still
shot
talk
at
to. I still
Missouri.
talk to B. Yeah.
So what ended up happening? Did
He could jump out the
did he
gym.
further his
Yeah,
career?
he ended up playing at Mount St. Mary's with another great point guard and another great player in Silas Chung and Chris McGuthrie.
Oh yeah, Springbrook High School.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Chris could
So-
play.
And those guys, I ended up watching them go to the NCAA play against Kentucky with, Kentucky had, what's the guy that used to do the little
Tony
shimmy?
Del. Oh, Antoine Walker.
Oh,
Woo!
Antoine, yeah,
Woo!
Tony Delkin.
Damn, he played against
they
them.
played against them and they held their own till halftime after halftime.
Walter
you know.
McCarty.
Yeah.
Tony
All
Dell.
of that.
They
All of
Kentucky
that.
boys
Yeah.
at the school. He played against them.
Legendary.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and like I said, he brought basketball to the community to where as though after a while, then you had the likes of persons like Jamal Hutchinson, who could bump. He's well known, and we opened up a rec, which was at the time Greencastle Elementary.
Yeah.
And even if you was from uptown, all the best from uptown was coming up there. I don't care who you were. They all been up there to play ball.
Nah, you right about that.
Boulevard was legendary, yeah.
There's always been a lot of bump in the area.
I ain't never been up there, but maybe once or twice. I went up there. It was for some cheeks.
Ah.
I wasn't tripping off the
Oh,
basketball.
they got him down there too. Yeah, they got a lot of beautiful women
Yeah,
down there
Boulevard,
too.
yeah,
But
Bruce
Hasim-
Cheney got some nice
But
stuff.
that kind of translated to kind of our
Hasim,
era and
I-
everything. But yeah, Calfani was another one. Oh, hold on 1 second. But,
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what team did he try to make it for the NBA though?
Oh, Riley, did he ever?
He
Yeah.
played overseas. He didn't play in the league.
Okay, so not
He played
okay.
overseas.
Overseas
Yeah.
pay out a little bit.
That's
Pay
not
some
bad.
money.
That's not bad.
Oh, definitely, man. But yeah, my
That's-
boy
that's
used
cool.
to always talk
Thank
about. I heard
you.
he's pulling up from 4 feet behind the line like it was nothing.
I mean, he was more.
Was he more going to the back?
No,
like,
he was more like.
Slash it.
No, he was everything. He was he did everything. Rebound, pass,
Defense.
defense. When I say everything, I mean I literally mean he could have easily averaged a triple double. He was at least
about
probably
6'3".
Yeah,
Yeah,
60
he
point
wasn't-
guard. Probably about 3 rebounds away from a triple double. 2-3 assists away from a triple double. You know what I
So
mean?
was he better than Cal then? Cal Fani?
Yeah, way
Yes,
better.
what do
Yeah,
you mean?
way better.
He was.
See,
He was.
that
he
was our
he was,
superstar.
He was first team All Met. That should tell you something.
There you go.
Yeah,
From
shout out to
Montgomery
Cal
County.
Fine, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Cal
Calfani.
Fine, man, that boy could
No,
go.
Calfani
Nice.
could bump.
Smooth.
Yeah.
But
Oh, man.
Calfani even get his game from coming to the rec to watch persons like, again, Jamal Hutchinson,
That's
that's
what I was
his
about to
family,
ask. That's what I was
myself,
about to ask.
the Thomas Washingtons.
Okay.
Jamal,
things
yeah,
that-
shout out to Jamal Wise, Paint
And-
Branch, and the Washington family,
Yeah,
good friends of
yeah,
ours. too.
Jamal, hey,
And
Jamal.
Jamal had a good run at Paint Branch.
Including my brother as well, because, you know, I learned a lot of my game from him, so. All
yeah,
those guys
definitely.
are coming up there. They were younger, so they were coming and watching.
Mike Evans too. Shout out Mike Evans.
Shout out
too.
to Mike.
Hey,
Mike is that guy.
Mike.
Mike is that
My
guy.
man
Mike.
Maurice.
Mike.
Shout out to my man Maurice Wilkins. Still gave him nightmares
Maurice
though.
Wilkins,
My man hit him with a sick move, but Mike Evans gave us fits at Springbrook too, so I can't take that away.
That's
But Mo used to terrorize Paint Branch.
Yeah.
Night game Friday night 7 o'clock. But it was always a good rivalry,
Always,
man. That high school
always.
ball, that
Oh,
Friday night
man.
games, wasn't nothing like it.
I think when you
Can't
see
nothing
one-
ever compare. I don't know if you ever had y'all, but that adrenaline that
Yeah,
you got,
that Paint
I
Branch
ain't been
Springbrook.
able to match nothing yet.
When you get in high school, you see a lot of legendary situations. Like when I was in Rose, you see you got one arm Doug that ended up going to the Globetrotters, but we had one arm cross you up,
Ooh.
dunk everything. He played in varsity.
Damn, it's a one-on guy
Roosevelt.
now that be
Like
balling.
one-
He was
yeah,
before
one
him.
arm. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, he got so he went
Y'all
up going to the
remember
Globetrotters.
Chinadu? You don't remember Chinadu?
I know, yeah, I know
Chinadu
that
went to
name.
Paint Branch?
Oh,
He
yeah.
used to be around the boulevard.
Mm.
I'd have to see him.
Okay,
Yeah, right,
okay.
I see him, but-
Chinadu, that he had one arm, but man,
Like he
Chinadu
had
would
two.
give you
It's like he
a
had two.
buck.
Yeah.
He'd give you more than a bucket, and he'd try to
Wow.
bang on you.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
He-
even before I honestly, before I really even watched Riley play, my coach is the first black captain at Springbrook High School, graduated in 1971.
Mm.
He took me around a guy named Buzzy Brayman. Buzzy Brayman became Shaquille O'Neal's free throw coach when he was at Orlando Magic.
Yeah, that's right.
So Buzzy Brayman is the one that showed me how to shoot my free throws. Buzzy Brayman was my coach's friend in high school. So I played for Cannon Road Elementary, went undefeated for 3 years.
I went up Cannon Road. Yeah,
And
that's
we
crazy.
ended up losing to Mo Beasley from out of Tacoma Park.
Mo Beasley,
You know, they broke our record and then they beat us again. You know, so shout out to Mo. You know, Mo can bump too. He go.
Yeah,
And,
Mo could definitely bump
Yeah.
that.
And
I know you had some good athletes over there by Cannon Road and all that. Yeah.
And Kevin McClinton is who I used to watch really first as a kid.
Him and his brother went to Springbrook, right?
Right.
That was
So you
before me.
talking
It was
about
probably like 7 years
you
before
talking
me.
1987, 1988.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see another legend coming up, man, that I seen was Sheik. We was talking about that earlier with Sheik Pearson. Sheik Pearson, he could play football and basketball. He was like a double threat. He was running back in Cardozo, and he played on the basketball team. So
Shout out to Sheik.
yeah, he tried out for the Charlotte Hornets, but I don't know why, you know, he didn't make the cut. He was in the McDonald's Capital Classic. He was All-American. Hell of an athlete. Sheik Pearson is an uptown legend.
Yeah.
Definitely. I see him all the time though. We got to get him up here on the Man Cave too as well, because I see him moving back and forth uptown and, you know, ran around. He's still in great shape. So he could have definitely made it. I think he, you know, got it. You know, he went to prep school, which I thought that was going to be his ticket, and he got into a little incident there, and I think it was you know, it got kind of, you know, quieted everything down. But he's definitely a legend, man. A lot of guys don't make it to McDonald's Capital Classic, and they trying out for the NBA.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
right.
they
So,
said Morgan Wooten. Go ahead.
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, I heard Morgan Wooten started that Capital Classic in the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
And I know. I think he came from St. John's, if I'm not mistaken.
He was over at Morgan Wooten used to be at St. John's. That's where he started his career over at.
Legendary coach.
Yeah, I cannot remember.
But when he was football.
Yeah, he was a football coach over there at St. John's and helped out with the basketball. But then the football coach, you know, pushed him to go to DeMatha so that he could, you know, really start to run his own football program. But he didn't initially want to go, and he ended up going. And you know, the rest is history. He coached football for a few and then gave it up. And you know,
National powerhouse basketball program.
And my high school basketball coach, you know, rest in peace to him, Coach Galata. He started his career at DeMatha with Coach Wooten. So when it comes to basketball history, if you sit in his office or you sit around him during the summer, or I chat to him, you know, in his retirement, you know, he give you the history with him sitting down with, you know, like I said, at our high school, Tracy Jackson was the first Montgomery County Public School high school player to go to the NBA, leaving Paint Branch and going to Notre Dame. So he would, you know, tell me all the stories about Notre Dame coming to the gym, or Dean Smith coming to the gym, or
To see demand for players.
to see Tracy Jackson, because like I said, my coach used to be at DeMatha. So now that he is at Paint Branch, he has one of the top players in Tracy Jackson.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
people like Dean Smith would talk with him.
He was
Digger
plugged in.
Phelps, who was at Notre Dame at the time.
Legendary
Bobby
coach.
Knight, who was at Indiana at the time.
Right.
And he would tell me stories also about sitting in the gym over at DeMatha and talking with those same guys. You know what I mean?
Wow,
So,
that's,
you know, the
yeah, that's
connection runs
crazy.
deep.
Yeah, they do come down here, man. We gotta get some of these players to stay at Georgetown and Maryland. I would love that.
I want to say one more.
Go ahead, Ian.
Was there anyone from the guy I knew about from Duke and like Michigan and all that?
I think Duke had Nolan Smith, right? He from the area.
Yeah, Nolan Smith is from
Nolan from
Okay.
PG
Yeah,
County.
he's
PG
from
County,
PG.
yeah.
Yeah.
PG County is Kevin Durant, Jeff
Yeah.
Green,
Yeah.
Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, Delonte West,
Yeah.
Eddie Baston. Them Roosevelt teams can bump too.
They
Right.
can go. Like I
Them
said,
bomb,
you know,
yeah, they used to jump out the jump. I remember Delonte West came down a fast break and made my man fall on the ground, like hit him with a spin move at
I was
Springbrook.
Eleanor Ward.
Summer
Yeah.
League.
Man.
And man, it was crazy. Just to play against those guys, it was crazy. Like it was like all, even if it was a summer league, it was like,
Whoa,
you know,
whoa,
it was
y'all,
like
y'all
all-star
didn't, you
game.
didn't see that KD documentary where he was talking
Oh,
about
the In the
PG
Water? Yeah.
basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Like this is where
That
it's
was
at
good one.
right
That was
now.
a good one.
Dennis Scott,
Like,
Dennis
this
Scott
is
is
where
from
it's
Dennis Scott is
at.
from PG. Dennis
Yeah,
Scott
that
from
was a
the
good
local area.
documentary
Played for
right
Orlando
there.
Magic.
Legend.
So you got Dennis Scott. There's a lot of people, man, come from
Forgot about Dennis
we
Scott.
breed a lot of good athletes.
Yep.
Basketball, football is good. We probably
Yeah, we don't
breed
get
a lot
our
of-
just due, really.
No, we
Yeah.
don't. No, we
I don't know because, you know, Maryland, Virginia, and DC are so close to each other, and none of them are like New York. It's not like a big state.
No.
But
no,
but yeah, we definitely got talent.
No,
I mean,
we get our just due. You can take it back as far as you want to go. How far you want to go?
coaches probably know. Nationally, we don't.
got it.
But
I mean, listen, we can go back to the 50s. You
Mm.
dig?
Look at the 50s.
Wilt Chamberlain used to come here and stay with I can't remember the guy's name that used to play with the Lakers, and he just passed away, and he got a trophy outside of it.
Yes, you're right about that because he was my substitute teacher.
Sam Jones.
Sam Jones.
No, Sam Jones is from here too.
Yes,
Right?
yeah,
Sam Jones. I mean, you can take it as far as you want to go. As far as
He
you
used
want
to
to go.
always talk about Sam Jones.
Sam
Man.
Jones used to come.
I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about the other guy that played with Elgin
Russell.
Baylor.
Oh, we said
He
Elgin.
used to,
Oh,
he used to
legend.
come and
From
stay
here?
with Elgin Baylor,
I
and
did.
they used to play down at the middle school called Kelly Miller.
Yeah, Kelly Miller.
They would come and bump
Elgin
at
Baylor,
Kelly
legend. He's a legend.
I
Yeah.
know
Oh, you know about that school too?
So,
Yeah.
so you know, you could take it as
Elgin
far as
Baylor
you want to
legend,
go. This area
Yeah.
from
Man, I
from
didn't
the
even know that. I didn't know
beginning
Wilt
is-
used to
we
come
get it.
down.
Yeah, we
That's
get
crazy.
it. You know, this whole area, however you want to do it. You know.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to all the legends out there, man. And we plan on doing some basketball tournaments in the future and trying to get some of these guys back on the court, man. So we definitely got to do that, man. So, but yeah, man. Y'all know we always do a segment on here called Get Your Popcorn Ready, man. Try to throw y'all a little entertainment news, see what's going on out here in the streets, man. And it's been crazy, man. I don't know if y'all been here, man. 50 Cent been calling people out. He got that little tycoon little tour he doing. They got the basketball games. And he came out and said Trey Songz is banned for life. Like he can't come on. He said he crashed one whip. He was fighting with like another girl in the hotel room. Like he was just doing all sorts of wild shit. You know, 50 ain't got no cut. He gonna put you on blast.
50 is
So they got
a
some
bad
crazy
guy. That's
videos
period.
out
He's
there.
a bad guy.
Yes, he
Can't be
is.
shocked at that. That's what he
Yeah.
do. That's what he does.
And then
But
all
you
the
like-
power
but I do
stars.
like
Y'all watch the show
I do
Power?
like the dude's music though.
Yeah, on 50 got, but yeah, on the show Power, the white dude got his own show. I think Joseph Sikora or whatever. He beefing with the other the other show with Go Son, with the little white boy and him.
Okay.
So he beefing with it. They dude only like 17, 18, and they going at it.
Trey Songz is from Virginia.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Trey out there tripping.
Out there in Virginia.
And then Lil Meech,
Make you sick
Big
in
Meech's
the
son,
back.
Lil Meech, they was throwing money at Go Son, the most hated dude on television.
Yeah. Wow.
The little dude that was on. What else he play on? He played on a rack of joints. But he was Go Son on Power, and now you got his own little joints. Michael something. But him and Lil Meech was like throwing money at each other at the party and shit. Just little clown stuff.
Some
Like,
women dancing. They made about $1 million. I think they say it was an estimated $1 million.
oh yeah, I seen
all
the video.
the ones that they dumped out.
50,
was
yeah,
trash
50 went to
bags.
that strip club and
I
just
seen that.
put them through college or whatever. They paying them bills.
Yeah.
That was funny, man. The girls out there was running
It's
through
about
the money.
12 women,
grabbing.
20 women. So
Oh, they coming up.
$1 million.
Oh yeah, 50 got it.
That's you can break that down pretty good. About 12 women.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
The tour look kind of cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Like they got like.
baby.
You gotta get the club. Gotta get
Still
that
got
cut.
club got to get the fees first.
Yeah, they gotta
Oh, you
get
gonna get that 10% P on the top.
Yeah.
Got to have
You
that.
gotta get that cut. Definitely. I wouldn't
yeah,
mind.
JP.
I wouldn't mind dating one of them women that got that money. They got that money at night.
Yeah.
I know they gonna bring some of that
I
home.
want to have fun with them too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to dance with
meet
them
them
too.
at the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, they gotta bring some of that home, man. They making money. Them women getting it, man.
50 do that about
Yeah,
once or
man.
twice a year. They got so much, man. They making so much off that Power show.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, why they out there fighting with each other? Y'all got too much money. Y'all got the #1 TV shows,
Right.
streaming on Stars. Like
That's a lot of
Crazy.
fighting.
A lot of fight is happening with the groups. I mean, you got the Migos. They getting
It's that
into
ego,
it
that
with,
money, that
they getting
ego.
into it with
Right.
quality control. You got the Migos. They getting into it with quality control.
Nah, but
And
you
then
know what
like-
that's all about?
it's only two
You
of
know what
them
that's
now,
all
ain't it?
about?
It's only like two
No,
of
no,
them.
no, Nate. You heard what that's about?
Mm-mm.
They said,
Contractual agreement.
no. Offset, fucked, Sweetie.
Oh yeah, they passed.
Yeah,
They passed.
that's
They
what-
passed.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what they
Quavo
said.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when she
While
passed away,
she was with Quavo.
They passed him around like that.
While Waves.
Why she was with Quavo?
While she was with Quavo.
So what?
And Cardi B was like, nah, that's a lie. Because you know Offset and Cardi B.
They
married.
did y'all break up off the humble like real quick.
She started to make sense, right?
They broke up.
Hey, look, what
real
time
quick.
is you on, Slim?
Hey,
Like,
That's
what he said.
That's, that's crazy. But I'm saying, hold up. But my thing is, the women, you know what type of woman she is. So if she can pass
That's
through, if she can
crazy.
pass through the crew, I mean, you can't be mad.
very crazy.
If my man hit, I'd be like, hey, congratulations, get it off my back. I ain't mad at more Bentleys. I ain't getting the mutt. I ain't getting the mutt no more Bentleys and
Right.
you know and fur coats. Get it off my back. No, you do that. You
Right.
do that.
Why y'all
Offset
together
was
though?
an
Why
ad
y'all
on
together?
Offset was an ad on
Why we
anyway,
together? I mean, you still can't be mad. Guess what? You don't own the woman's area down there. You
Right.
don't own it.
It's on that
You do
social
not
media.
own it. But some
It's on that
guys,
social media. I
some
bet
guys,
you if it wasn't on Instagram, they
some
wouldn't
guys
even-
get tender down there.
Yeah,
they
get
fall in
sensitive.
love. Why you here? Man, you are tears coming down. That's not pimping. You need to check yourself, be a man, and let that woman go do what she want to do. If she wanna hump the fire hydrant, you don't own that.
Right.
You don't own that.
Man,
If she wanna get it in, you don't own that.
dance around that, right?
Women gotta stop. Women gotta get on their pimping. I'm gonna put a book out.
I know. Yeah,
Called Pimping 101.
Yeah. Cause
The
Quavo,
new generation.
yeah, Quavo act like he was pimping out there too.
You gotta stop, you know.
Yeah, act like he was
Quavo.
wifing that.
And that falls, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah, he loves it.
Quavo did love that joint.
He
That's
loved
why,
it,
that's
Joe.
why he snatched that Bentley. Like that's the
No, I'll
first
tell you
move.
something.
If
He
you
did.
don't-
That was a smooth
that-
move.
that-
I'm like,
that was
he got
a
all
smooth
this stuff
move.
back.
But
next day.
that was also
He
I'm
put
in
his
my
pimp hat
feelings.
on.
Call
That was
repo.
also
I got
I'm
to
in
call
my feelings.
repo.
I thought he was a simp. He's a pimp though. He got turned out to be a pimp. I thought he was a simp.
It was also in your feelings.
They got
Yeah, I thought,
Man,
but you know what's crazy? You got some-
Rainbow, man.
I knew he was in love because he was tongue kissing. Yeah, but they be tongue kissing. They was tongue kissing each other, all that. Put the tongue down each other. No, that's crazy.
That's
You're in
class,
love.
for real.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Be a pimp. Get this money. If the woman want to go hit, you still can hit her. Hey, you finished with
They
my
all
man on
some
Thursday?
squares. They
All right,
got
come
that.
on back tomorrow. Come back on Friday. You got it. You got to rotate. Are you over there with my man? I'll let me Sunday.
Don't save him. You say don't save him.
You can't save him. You got it's a boomerang. Throw him, let him come back. Throw him, let him come
Don't
back.
let it come back. He like a
Throw him, let him
boomerang.
come back.
Man.
Throw him and let him come back. It's
Crazy.
ridiculous.
And that boomerang ain't coming back either, right?
They get all, they crying. He probably called her all said, man, she another dude, man. Man, you don't get your soft ass.
Right.
Get off my Bentley now, man. Get pimp up. Put your skirt, take your skirt off. Man up. Man up.
Yeah, and the Migos, they live in another world, man. They think
The game has changed, man. You
Yeah.
gotta get Pimp Kim be preaching. Niggas don't be listening. Pimp Kim be preaching. Niggas got their earphone plugged in, listen to little baby in there. Come on, man. Come on.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you heard T.I.'s son got locked up. Remember
T.I.
T.I.?
ain't Boosie's son.
I thought he looked like a clown, man.
Yeah, he does.
He
Now,
like
that's
on
just-
lean,
yeah.
Percocets,
See,
Oxycontin.
And this for T.I.
Hey, I'm a
T.I.
man
you
like
my
you
man.
on
T.I. you
everything.
my man, but she got to hit Junior to the body.
Yeah,
Right.
Immediate. He made
That
me look
rich,
bad.
that's that rich kid. That's that rich Johnny.
He look
She
strung
gotta
out.
hit to the body.
He look strung out. He
sometimes.
look strung out there on
Yeah,
the
man.
He look
T.I.
terrible
know.
on that photo.
T.I. know.
Yeah, but I think he's pretty
Tip
good
be
with
lack,
discipline.
Tip be out here in the street, man. You still get, you got check.
But see,
you
he's
gotta check
trying
down
to be that. He's trying to follow in that shadow. You can't do that. If you grown up with the nice yard and everything, you eating waffles, freshly made,
Hip-hop,
you're
loving
not
hip-hop.
built for the
Cameras
streets.
everywhere.
You might not be. That might not be you.
That's what it is. There
gonna back on
isn't a
the
fascination with jumping off the porch, yo.
Yeah.
If you don't have to jump off the porch, I suggest stay your ass on the porch.
Right,
Because
right,
if you
right.
jump off the porch, you might not make it back on that.
Oh, you
porch.
might not be
Yeah,
ready for
you
what's
done,
up
you
there.
done, you
A
done.
lot
Oh
of-
yeah, stay there, park the car there. You're right.
A lot of
If
guys.
you're not built for that lifestyle, you gotta be yourself.
You're
at
not
the end of the
ready for
day.
that porch, right,
I-
JP?
you know what I'm saying?
I can see
Yeah.
that
Gotta
already.
be yourself.
But see, they got that image to uphold because they pops was fully involved in the streets, so they want to uphold the image. Or they think it's cool for you can't be built for the streets if it's not up in you. You can't do it.
He
You
come from
can't.
wealth.
You can't. Yeah, you
And
can't. You
T.I.
can't.
got out the game a long time ago.
You
man.
can't
T.I.
hang.
got like 20 businesses.
You can't become a street guy. It has to be up in you.
It's that
That's
hunger,
why it's a
yeah.
lot of.
Gotta be yourself
I
out
came
here.
off the porch at 15.
Gotta be yourself.
14. I grew up in the area, uptown. You know what I'm saying? So it was already in me. My mother didn't raise me like that, but I said, look, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't raised like that. He got frogs and goldfish. Y'all ain't see that.
He
You
got
know
a backyard.
Yeah, you got a backyard with a pool and everything. It's totally different. It's a totally
Hey,
different world.
Yeah.
I came up off the porch when I was 26
You was
and
coming
like
out the porch
17,
eating.
yeah. And I was straight there. I didn't mess around either. Yeah.
No, but when I mean off the porch, I was involved in
You got
illegal
a little street.
activity.
You got a
I
little
was
street
involved in
you.
illegal
I
activity.
You got a little slang too.
I
you
do,
know?
but
Yeah,
I'm trying to be careful out there.
Yeah, you
just like
better
that
be.
too.
Because
Right.
guess what? When it comes down
Good point.
when it
Yeah, I
come
like
down,
that. Yeah, I like that.
when it come down for the judge to say, when it comes down to for the judge to say, hey, guess what, King, I sentence you to 10 years.
Yeah.
Them all you
Daddy
see
ain't gonna be able to save you
the
then.
kid's gonna faint
No.
like big boy that played basketball, that was playing ball. He's gonna faint in that courtroom.
Wait. Y'all forgetting the fact that daddy got money, so we not.
Oh,
we-
yeah,
we-
yeah.
We getting off on
But
this.
I'm
But
just
it's on
making
principle. You
a,
still
I'm
got
making,
hit young in the
I'm
ribs,
just making an
like,
example that
you
yeah, you
making me
can't,
look bad.
you
Right.
can't be a street guy. You can't become a street guy, and that's not in you. It's just not in you.
Right.
I agree.
But you know,
Clean their pool out in the
He
back.
young, he young,
Do
he
the
young.
chores.
You know, a lot of kids who parents got money, they grow up spoiled and do a lot of things.
That's true.
Right,
A lot
right.
of
Do a
these-
lot of things.
Yeah.
Right.
So you
Remember
know,
they was putting them-
it's not surprising.
Yeah.
to
Remember
me.
them parents
Yeah.
putting them kids through college, cheating on the SATs?
Not
Sandra
surprising.
Bullock and them.
Yeah,
And,
you know,
Right.
you know, you're right though. They get lawyers. A lot of them.
You ain't
get
called
in
a
trouble.
spoiled brat for
If
nothing.
you having hard
Yeah, you
time,
can-
if you
You
have
keep
problems
buying
with
them out
math,
of jail.
if
You
you have
keep
problems
bailing
with
them
math
out.
and rating, what you
Yeah.
gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Right away out
You
of
can't
it.
bail your kids out on everything.
Yeah.
You know, they
No,
gotta
no,
learn
you
at some
can't. You
point.
can't. That's
You know
spoiling
what I'm
them.
saying?
That's spoiling them.
And then they ain't gonna learn
You
the
know what I'm
hard way,
saying? That's
man.
definitely spoiling them. Yeah. King, sit your ass down.
Yes.
Take the trash out and clean the pool, man.
Yeah.
Or you might be on the DMV radar too.
Yeah. But let's get on this Allen Iverson debate, man. We was
Hey.
talking this week, man. Is Allen Iverson the best NBA player of all time under 6 feet? And
Absolutely.
I gotta
go
give
ahead,
him-
we can start with Shim. Go, we
I
can
gotta give him
move
that.
it down.
I
Go
gotta
ahead.
give him
Which-
that.
Absolutely. I'm not even gonna hesitate on that.
I
Like,
say yes too.
If you truly want, if you not from that era of watching basketball and you want to watch basketball, you can't watch a clip of Allen Iverson. You have to go back and watch a game. Even go back and watch a game that he's lost, that he almost won. How about you do that first?
Yeah.
Go watch a game he's lost that he almost won. I do you one better. Go watch him at Georgetown. I do you one better. Go watch him when he first got out of jail and he got to the Kennedy League. Because the Kennedy League was on tick back then in McDonough.
Ooh, that
Kennedy
Kennedy
is
was
legendary.
rock,
Kennedy
man.
was legendary.
And look at that Goodman League. Don't forget about that Goodman League.
Well, the
behind
Goodman,
it.
the Goodman League
Watts.
is big time too, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick Young, because that's fam
Nick
right
Young,
there.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, Watts,
But
the
at the
Kennedy,
end of the
yeah.
day, you know, absolutely. Like, when you're talking about playing basketball and you got to play guys that's like 6'3" up to 7 foot, 7'1".
6'10" and 6'11", right? Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to shoot over these people?
Right.
And you're not but 5'11", 5'10".
If that.
If that. You know, how? How are you doing these things?
Wait.
But if you never been on the court with people that's 6'10", that can actually play,
True.
then you won't really know what it means.
Yeah.
To actually dunk on somebody that's 6'10" and you 5'10", 5'11", I mean, these things
That's
are
crazy.
These
Yeah.
things are miraculous.
Yeah,
but
jumping out the
but
gym.
because you
Yeah.
never played against people of that height on a regular basis, or even once at all,
Yeah.
you will never
He-
know.
He has an athletic ability, man. It's incredible.
I got
You know,
one name though.
What you say? You got that jump in the
I got
building
one
that you
name.
only get from the hood. You know what
I
I'm saying?
got one name.
You got one name.
And I'm sorry, I gotta do this.
I know where you going.
Isaiah Thomas.
You know, they not even in the same breath.
Nah.
They
And he
not
couldn't
even in the
shoot.
same
He
breath.
could.
Before Allen became Allen, yeah, but now that Allen is Allen, they not in the same breath because
Wow.
Zeke got two though.
It's close.
Yeah, Zeke-
And Zeke did that on himself.
But he
No.
no. He
What
had
you
that
mean
bad
he did?
boys Pistons team.
He had that. Yeah, defensively, who carried them offensively?
Joe
Y'all
Dumars.
remember?
Oh, they used to
Zeke
get
was
Dumars.
a
Joe
bad
Dumars was
boy.
cooking too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't
Zeke
never
was
played
a
with nobody like
bad
Joe
boy. It was Jordan, and then it was Isaiah.
Hey, I ain't never
No.
played with a Hall of Famer.
No, I'm just saying in the league. I'm
He
just
never
saying
played
in the
with Joe
league.
Dumars.
In
I'm
the
talking
league,
about
as
athletic
far as
ability.
guard,
I'm talking
guard.
about
First
still
it was
athletic
Jordan,
ability.
and it was Zeke.
first and foremost, I'm not going to disrespect Zeke. Zeke.
Oh, he can play.
Before I knew who Allen Iverson was, because I didn't know who Allen Iverson was until the summer of 1994 when somebody walked into the
94,
same
okay.
rec at Greencastle Elementary and said, "There's a dude down Georgetown just scored 40." At that time,
Man.
nobody had.
Yeah.
There wasn't
Right,
people
yeah,
scoring
yeah,
40 points.
That was
Not
it.
a
That
dream,
was
not a
college.
college.
Only Michael Jordan was scoring 40 points, so
Right.
nobody believed him.
Right.
Then he
Right.
went and did it again, and now you believed him because now the
All Big East.
it started to become live. But Zeke was the man before people really knew about Allen Iverson. Zeke is a bad guy, but you got to understand, Zeke played with a great team, with a great coach.
Agreed.
You got Dennis Rodman,
Agreed.
Best defensive team of all time.
and you got one of the best.
Rick Mahorn,
and you-
clotheslining Nick.
and you got
Good
one.
God Almighty.
and
Don't
you
go
got-
through that lane,
You
Speed.
got one of the best defensive
That's
players
that jail
of
ball
all
they
time.
was playing.
in,
Man,
in,
Rick
Joe
Mahorn,
He already had a
Yeah,
set-up
he
team.
didn't play
Isaiah,
nobody like
Isaiah already had a set-up
I get it.
team. It was
I get
already
it.
set in
I
place
get
for
it,
Isaiah.
But
so.
we can't. I'm just saying.
Athletic-wise,
because
he can't mess with Iverson.
I
Athletic-wise, he can't even mess with him.
I don't know about that because what you
Oh, he couldn't jump like that.
No, he
now,
can't.
I'll
He
give
couldn't.
you that. He maybe not the jumping, but
This-
Isaiah
this-
had handles too.
No, but it's scoring ability.
Isaiah
You still
had-
can't mess with Iverson on
Isaiah
his scoring
could score the
ability.
rock
It's
though.
close. It's close.
It's
Hold on.
close.
Hey, I got one.
And
for you.
Isaiah did have that game where he had the on the one ankle and
Where he
was
danced?
busting back his butt.
Yeah.
But to me, AI just had a better. He was a better.
We talking
scorer.
about day in and day out, Iverson dropping 30,
Right.
50, 55.
52
Yeah,
in the
you know what I'm
playoff,
saying?
carrying the team.
I
Half
don't know-
game
I
straight,
don't
I
know
think he
if
dropped
Isaiah-
50.
If you want to look it up, look it up.
I don't think Isaiah can put a team.
I
on
don't
his
know
back.
if Isaiah ever led the league in scoring.
Agreed.
I don't
Right,
know
right.
that.
Yeah,
you
because he was playing
understand
with
me?
Jordan. Play with Jordan.
But they-
So I don't know.
Also, hold on, let me shout out Victor Page too, because
Of course.
he was on the Hoyas with the
Oh, that Hoyas team
of
with
my
Jerome
man,
Williams.
Yeah.
of my man
Page,
from
right.
Southeast DC, Valley Green. Shout out Vic, man.
Jahadi
Shout
White.
out Vic, man.
Jahadi
They a
White.
squad, man.
Definitely.
And you can't forget.
And Vic was a baller. Vic was like the
JYD,
second.
Mo County always we in the mix.
John Dog.
We always in the
Ruda
mix
High
somewhere.
School, Jerome
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
Ruda's finest down there.
Yeah.
He still be playing in the little alumni tournaments. I
But
like
they-
it. Jerome a
they-
good dude.
Vic had a natural scoring ability too.
Ooh,
I mean,
he
Vic
can
had
jump out of the gym, left
Vic can
hand.
play. Vic can play.
He was almost
can
like
score, man.
he was almost like Mike Vick with the jumper, just the way the ease with the shot.
Yeah.
Like
Victor Page was
crazy.
like he was like the second leading scorer.
he
on
never
the
saw a
Warriors.
shot he ain't like though. He'll put that ball out.
Vic
Vic,
dope, man.
he was a heist box before they even knew the term heist box.
And it's a shame not to see him.
When AI left, he ain't passed once.
No,
You know what I mean?
It's a shame not to
I
see him
wouldn't
make it to
agree
that
with
league though. It's a shame not to see Vic.
Even when I was
you know.
in high school, Vic, I think when I first got to high school, Vic might have been a senior. He used to average 31 a game for McKinley Tech. He was the guy.
Oh, he pulled that trigger.
He was that guy.
Wow.
Yeah, he
was
ain't never
that
seen
guy.
a shot he ain't like.
He was that.
He was nice.
And even how you and I met at Kennedy, there was a guy at Kennedy named, we called him Lump, Antoine Wills. Antoine was averaging 30 a game in '95, leading scoring in the area.
30 a game at
30
Kennedy.
a game. Those guys. Vic averaged 31 a game a couple
They
years
called him
prior.
Lump, right?
They called him Lumpy. Lumpy averaged
Okay.
30 a game. You know, he got jumping ability, so his shot was nice.
But,
Right?
But Nate, who was another player that helped out Rick Mahorn over those years too?
Bill Lambier.
Yep.
They had another one. Like they had like 4 Hall of John Sally.
Sally,
My
right.
man,
Yeah,
twin.
don't forget my
right
man
here,
Sally,
you know what I'm
right?
saying? Speed,
And they
twin
had,
brother.
Mark Aguirre.
They had a squad.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we
John Savage can play.
we're not talking about teams though. We just talking about
Yeah.
Even if you want
individuals.
even if
So
you
they
want
are comparable. That's
It's
all
close.
I'm saying.
But
They-
AI
they
was just
close.
a better
No,
athlete.
I'll give you the athlete part,
And
but
he could just do more on the court.
I
Isaiah
don't know.
was
I
Isaiah
don't
could
know.
dribble.
I don't know about how much more they could do.
He didn't have better handle
I'll
than,
give
than,
you-
than
And he wasn't a better
yeah,
finisher
yeah.
than AI.
AI handle was crazy.
It's close, but I think AI was
Crazy.
more
He had
acrobatic
crazy
around the
handle.
rim.
It's crazy.
Oh, he definitely was. He jump higher.
That's what I said.
You
I'll give you
said
that.
AI
I'll
will
give
put
you
off the glass from
I'll-
any
I'll-
angle, like
yeah,
Hasim
yeah,
said.
I'll,
Like,
I'll
he
give
was
you that. Yes,
Right.
AI definitely more athletic, but also AI had to
Did,
take 25 shots to get his points.
Did
There's nothing wrong with that if he
Isaiah-
hot.
Did
If he
Isaiah?
hot.
Oh, let me ask you. Did
I mean-
Isaiah ever cross the goat up?
But
I
Isaiah
think
beat
he
the
ever
goat.
did.
Isaiah beat the goat.
Here's
Man,
what
they
you
beat
gotta-
up MJ. That was
Here's what
before
you
the
gotta
rules, though.
understand. Here's what you got to
But it was
understand.
different times. Different times.
Not even, because at that time, you got to understand, John Thompson didn't bring in a point guard ever that's going to shoot first.